A very good morning to our eminent guests from the United States and a good evening to the distinguished guests, faculty, staff, students and parents from India. We welcome you all to the Convocation 2021 ceremony. I take the pleasure of inviting Professor S.V. Kota Reddy, the Vice Chancellor, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, good morning, namaste. Nobel Laureate, Chief Guest for Convocation Ceremony, Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. G. Vishwanathan Sir, Director Customer Experience and Satisfaction, Microsoft, Guest of Honor, Ms. Mayurika Singh Madam, Vice Presidents, VIT, Shri Shankar Vishwanathan Sir, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan Sir, Sri G. V. Selvam Sir, Vice Chancellors of VIT Vellore, Vice Chancellor of VIT Bhopal, members of the management, governing body, academic council, finance committee, planning and monitoring board, research advisory board, members of board of studies, advisory boards of various schools, former vice chancellor, registrar Dr. C.L.V. Sivakumar sir, distinguished guests, deans, directors, HODs, section heads, faculty and staff members, research scholars, parents, and my dear students. On behalf of VIT-AP University, it is my privilege to extend a cordial welcome to all of you to the Convocation Ceremony 2021. Despite of all the challenges and obstacles that were caused by the COVID-19, here you are standing strong and high with a greatest accomplishment. You stood with the university to fight the challenges, and here you stand ready to conquer the world with your achievements. We recognize your hard work, efforts, and commitment for coming out with flying colors. My hearty congratulations to all the graduating students. You should be very, very proud of yourselves for accomplishing this goal. Give yourself a big round of applause as you deserve it. The graduating batch of students of any university sets the legacy to be carried by their successors. And you, our Pioneer 2017 batch graduates, you have done a great job by making our success, your success, imprints for your juniors to follow. In academics, in research, in societal initiatives, in national and international competitions through student clubs and technical chapters, be it sports, be it cultural, we name it, you are there to prove yourself. In a short span of 4 years, we have made significant contributions in academic research, sponsored research, innovation through IPR, on-campus incubation, cultural and sports. It was all made possible through your contributions. On this occasion, I am very delighted to inform you that VIT-AP University ranked number 2 among emerging private universities in India in Outlook University Ranking 2021. This achievement would have not been possible without the hard work and commitment of all our faculty and staff members, research scholars, students, parents, and other stakeholders. The university today stands tall with 74 patents published and 65 under review. We published 450 research papers in journals of international repute in the Scopus and Web of Science databases. UG students have published 27 patents and many more yet to be filed. UG students published more than 30 Scopus publications, which are an outcome of projects, speaks your contributions to the research footprint of the university. This is a remarkable achievement. Our students have won the Nidhi Prayas Innovators Grants by the Government of India, which is a major student achievement. Our students have also won gold and silver medals in several national and international sports and cultural events. Some of them have even created Asia and world records. Our faculty members have received research grants from premier agencies like the Department of Science and Technology, Science and Engineering Research Board, Indian Space Research Organization, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Dassault Systems, etc., which are a few to name. The university today has rupees 163 lakh of sponsored grants and rupees 820 lakh grants under review. To ensure research output further, we are establishing 6 centers of excellence with the state-of-the-art equipment for advanced research with the collaboration of industry and international universities. The centers which are under development are AI and robotics, IoT, cybersecurity, image and signal processing, renewable energy, additive manufacturing, and 3D printing. On this occasion, I would like to place in record the fabulous placement of our graduating students. We have achieved around 90% placements with 566 offers, 247 dream and super dream offers. More than 800 companies have participated in the recruitment, and we have achieved an average CTC of 6.28 lakhs per annum and highest pay of 20 lakhs per annum. Around 350 students have grabbed the paid internships and gained industry exposure in their final semester. The university has initiated STARS scholarship program. STARS means support the advancement of rural students. As part of this scholarship, district toppers, one boy, one girl from rural government junior colleges are provided the scholarship with full fee waiver and free accommodation, food, books, laptops. In other words, it is free education. Today, 26 STAR students are graduating, of which 13 students have already been placed in multinational companies with a good pay package. I'm very happy to inform you that the placements for 2022 graduating batch started on a high note with 245 offers, and out of this, 113 super dream, 126 dream with ISCTC of 33.29 lakhs per annum. With all these achievements, we have more responsibilities than what we have delivered so far. We have an undeterred duty to excel in the field of higher education, to publish high quality research, and to give our best to the society, and to give our best to the nation building through quality education and research. Today, we are extremely honored to have with us Nobel laureate Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham. He is Distinguished Professor of Chemistry and Material Science and Engineering, Binghamton University, State University of New York, USA. He won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in the year 2019 for the development of lithium-ion batteries. Amazing invention for the mankind. Without this invention, we can't imagine the operation of mobile phones, laptops, digital cameras, and so on. Sir, on behalf of all of us here, I extend a very warm welcome to you. We are delighted to have with us our beloved Honorable Chancellor, Dr. G. Vishwanathan, sir. He is a great visionary, philanthropist, the leader of people, parliamentarian, educator, entrepreneur, a great orator. In other words, he is an institution by himself. His ambition is to place VIT in the top 200 universities of the world. Sir, under your able leadership, VIT will certainly accomplish this goal. Hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
We are greatly honored to have with us Ms. Mayurika Singh, Director, Customer Experience and Satisfaction, Microsoft India. She is a global technology leader, has multidisciplinary experience with some of the prominent Fortune 100 companies. A warm welcome to you, madam. It is our honor to welcome our beloved Vice Presidents, Sri Shankar Vishwanathan sir, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan sir, Sri G.V. Selvam sir. They have been instrumental in spearheading the progress of the VIT campuses. With their in-depth insight into the corporate world, they continue to take the VIT brand to the greater heights. A warm welcome to all VPs, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome members of the Board of Management, Governing Body, Academic Council, Finance Committee, Planning and Monitoring Board, Research Advisory Board, Board of Studies of various schools. A cordial welcome to all of you, sir. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Dr. CLV Shivakumar, sir, Registrar VIT-AP University.
Thank you, sir.
It is my privilege to extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Krishnaswamy Srihari, Dean of Thomas J. Watson School of Engineering and Applied Sciences at Binghamton University. A warm welcome to you, sir. It is my joy to welcome Dr. Liz, Assistant Dean, Binghamton University, and Mr. Ashish Tanwar, Microsoft India. A warm welcome to all the guests who have kindly responded to our invitation. Many members of the press and media are attending the convocation online. A cordial welcome to each one of you. Team VIT-AP, comprising deans, directors, HODs, coordinators, section heads, faculty and staff members, you play a vital role in carrying the vision of the university with great commitment and hard work. A hearty welcome to you all. I'm very delighted to see large number of parents attending this ceremony online with excitement and joy. I extend a very cordial welcome to all the parents attending this convocation ceremony online. My dear graduates, I wish you goodness, well-being, and success in your career. I'm confident that you will earn laurels to yourselves as well as to your alma mater. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I extend a very warm and cordial welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the Vice Chancellor to introduce the chief guest.
It gives me a great pleasure to introduce Nobel laureate, Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham. Dr. Whittingham is a distinguished professor of chemistry and material science and engineering, Director Chemistry, Northeast Center for Chemical Energy Storage, Binghamton University, the State University of New York, USA. He is 2019 Chemistry Nobel laureate. He received his BA and Doctor of Philosophy degrees in chemistry from Oxford University, where he is an honorary fellow of New College. He has been active in lithium batteries since 1971, when he won the Young Author Award of the Electrochemical Society for his work on beta alumina. In 1972, he joined Exxon and discovered the role of intercalation in battery reactions, which resulted in the first commercial lithium rechargeable batteries that were built by Exxon Enterprises. In 1988, he returned to academia at Binghamton University to initiate a program in materials chemistry. In 2018, he was elected as a member of the National Academy of Engineering and received the Turnbull Award from Materials Research Society. He is a fellow of the Royal Society, Materials Research Society, Electrochemical Society, International Society of Electrochemistry, and International Center for Diffraction Data. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham. Now I request Dr. Whittingham to deliver his convocation address.
Thank you very much for those kind words. So, dear distinguished guests, graduates, and your families, this is a great day for all of you. So congratulations. This is the first convocation of your university, and for the students, the first step to the next part of your lives. I thought I would describe a little bit of my life, and that will give you some ideas of what I think you might consider in your own lives. So, as mentioned, I was English. I now claim to be Anglo-American. I was born in the middle of Britain in the middle of World War II. So I traveled a lot. But the point I want to make here is really, I moved around a lot. So for all of you students, take the opportunities offered to you. Now, travel the world, be willing to take risks, but remember your mentors. Who got you interested in the subjects you're in now? So I went to a smallish school in Stamford, which is in the county of Lincolnshire in Britain. That's about 100 miles north of London. I show you there my teachers at the time. This group here, very actively involved in everything at the school, and in particular, my chemistry teacher and physics teacher, Major Lamon Bowman, were excited about their sciences, got me excited. And I'm sure each one of you has a mentor you can remember from your high school days that got you involved. As you'll notice, the school is quite old. So I think the chapel there comes from about the 1100s, been built several times since. But then I had the opportunity of going to Oxford University. And the challenges at that time to get into Oxford, one had to pass exams in at least 3 languages, one of which had to be Latin or Greek. And my headmaster, who's shown in the center of this picture, gave me tutorials so I could pass the Latin exam. Today, everything's changed. I think there are no language exams to get into Oxford, and I think there's little language exams to get into most universities in the world. I'm not sure that's a good thing because we need to understand the cultures of each other. And I'll say in a few moments why I think that's very important. So after Oxford, I went to California. I went to California for 2 reasons. One, it was the up and coming place to do science, and to get ahead in science in Britain, you had to go to America for 2 years. But also the sun shone in California. The sun doesn't shine too much in Oxford, particularly in the winter. So I went there, I went to a different discipline. I went to material science and engineering. So I started understanding the engineering side of things, not just the fundamental science. And I think that is very important. But I also had a couple of opportunities. At Oxford, when I was doing my doctorate, I was being funded by the then what's called Gas Council. This was the one who ran all the gas operations in Britain. And just before I started my doctorate, about I think a few weeks before, they struck gas in the North Sea, and they said, we're not interested in what you're going to do for your doctorate, do whatever you like. So this gave me the opportunity of choosing my own topic, and I think this is a huge opportunity. When I went to Bob Huggins in California, I went in, I think, late January. He left in March for a 2-year stint running all the materials centers ran his research group. So this was again a great opportunity to broaden myself, to actually initiate some research projects. So to all the students there, as these opportunities come up, grab them. Don't let them pass by. Don't be conservative. Be willing to take risks. Another point I want to make is have dreams, but be patient. Discoveries take time, much more time than most people anticipate or wish. So if we look back in the 1970s, that's when we did the first ideas about batteries. It took close to 20 years before they became commercially viable. And this was, again, an international operation. So we in States licensed the technology to the Japanese. They then had a company there, Sony, who had some products. They wanted to be vertically integrated. They wanted a battery for their products. So they licensed the technology then from other Japanese companies. So that took from early 1970s to 91 to be commercially viable. And it took, and probably most students don't realize, it's fairly recent that things like iPhones were around. They haven't been there forever. Just like when I started out in the 1970s, we didn't really have any computers. The one computer at Oxford and Stanford was the same. It took up a whole house and it had vacuum tubes in it, which had to be replaced every night. Today, our iPhone has more power than those computers. But it's only 14 years since the first smartphones came out. So things started to move very fast. And you can see where the dreams landed up. And I show you what we call a 16-wheeler, a large truck. This is all-electric truck. And I had the opportunity of driving this around the test track in Washington State a couple of years ago. On the right is an electric bus. This one is uses solid-state batteries. This is in Germany. I show you a brand new BMW all-electric vehicle. So, no, we can say that the electric vehicles are now not stodgy cars anymore. They're exciting cars, cars that US students might want to have. And obviously they have the best acceleration of any vehicle on the road, including most Formula One cars. At the bottom there, I show you another vehicle, not exactly a car. This is the International Space Station. And they switched to lithium-ion batteries during the Nobel ceremony in 2019. So here again, this dream we had went into everything. The other key area where batteries, and we didn't really dream about this back then when we started out at Exxon, Exxon wanted to build electric cars. We didn't really talk too much about the grid, but on the right-hand side, you can see a grid storage system. This is 1.2 gigawatt hours. This is by a factor of 4 the largest in the world. And this will make all the difference now. So, no, I had some dreams back in the 1970s. I didn't really dream of space stations or large grid systems, but we did dream of having electric vehicles, clean vehicles at that time. And certain places like the US Postal Service actually had a test in Cupertino, California, switched all their vehicles over to electric for about a year or two. So you can have dreams, have them, but be patient, don't rush them along. And if you're fortunate, I think like I was, they will come true. I've shown you the status today. Tomorrow, I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be your dream. You need to fill in this page, put your ideas here, and then go after them. The world is really totally open to you. And maybe just one of you will have the same experience as I did. when I went to Stockholm, it's almost 2 years ago now. A very exciting time, very busy time. And probably the highlight is when you meet the king and get the medal. But that same evening, you also go to his palace and have dinner with the royal family and about 1,000 other people. So tremendous amount of pomp and circumstance. So no, it's not just Britain that's known for pomp and circumstance, it's the whole world. And I suspect there's still a certain amount of it still in India. But this is what you can anticipate. So I want to leave you with 3 messages. And these are ones I gave in the Nobel banquet speech. So each area has to have one of the winners give a speech at the banquet. This is about a 3-minute speech. And the point I wanted to make there really is that science is interdisciplinary. And I use science in the broadest sense of the word. This can include, obviously, computer science, social sciences, everything. Really, science knows no boundaries. In fact, the exciting things happening in our world are at the boundaries of the old traditional disciplines. And that my personal feeling is the sooner we break down these disciplines, certainly at the graduate level, the better for everybody. And I emphasize this here because I'm a chemist, John Goodenough was a physicist, and Akira Yoshino was an engineer. So it took those 3 disciplines to make our breakthroughs. Science is also international. And I think you're probably all aware of this. It really knows no boundaries. And even the politicians may want to put some artificial boundaries there. There are no boundaries. You travel and you should travel. But if it's international, it means you've got to know the cultures of those people in the other countries. So I can tell you Americans don't think like Europeans, and Europeans and Americans don't think like Asians. We all think differently, and we have to understand that. So in this case, remember, I was English. I made my inventions major ones here in the United States. John Goodenough was in fact born in Germany. He's an American, but he made his inventions at Oxford in England. And Akira Yoshino was a Japanese engineer, and he made his key inventions in Japan. And the third message I want to make, scientists can solve pandemics. We're showing we can do it. It's clear that this vaccine that's came about from vast amounts of scientific endeavors over a number of different disciplines, including obviously computer science, artificial intelligence, all that got involved in that. But the second area where we really have to worry about today is global warming. It's affecting all of us. And I prefer to call this global messing up. So I think you'll see it in your lives. I don't know whether you see it every day, but clearly here in the United States, we have droughts in the West, we have floods in the East and the South, fires in the West. And just this year alone, New York State had its probably wettest summer ever, and July was the wettest July ever. So it's not just warming, it's a general messing up. But you students, you're the ones who can now help solve the global warming. No, you need all the different skills, and it was a pleasure for me to see that India is installing the 2nd largest amounts of solar cells in the world. Only China is installing more solar cells than India. So India is on that path. I'd encourage all the younger scientists to convince your parents and others to stop maybe using so much coal. We have to get over the coal issue. So I put on the right-hand side a quote from the Swedish Academy that really we've laid the foundations, but now we really have to move ahead and get to a fossil fuel free society. And this will help everybody. And it's our duty, us as teachers, help our students and leave a cleaner legacy for our children and grandchildren, a cleaner world, a safer world, and an environmentally healthier world. So this is time for you all to move on with your lives. This is a big step for you. You're leaving a safe college environment, and you're now out in the big world. Explore it, enjoy it. I want to congratulate you all on your graduation and say, enjoy your future life. Remember, money is not everything. You do something that you enjoy doing. You'll find this give you a much more happier life than if you just go after the money. And I mentioned risk. Remember, you all have taken your first risk. You all went to a brand new university, which you knew very little about. You took the risk of going there, you succeeded. So I want to congratulate VIT-AP University on your first convocation, and I wish you many more future convocations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring and motivational address to our graduates. I now request our distinguished chief guest, Nobel laureate, Professor M. Stanley Whittingham, to inaugurate our new buildings.
I am delighted to inaugurate the new buildings of VIT-AP University, the Mahatma Gandhi Block, Rock Plaza, Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy Block, and Savitribai Block. I declare that the said buildings are open.
Let's start.
I now request the registrar, Professor CLV Sivakumar, to introduce the guest of honor.
Good evening and good morning. Namaste to one and all. Today's guest of honor, Madam Mayurika Singh, Director, Customer Experience and Success, Microsoft India. Mayurika is the Director in CES, Microsoft India. She leads Azure Tech Security, Identity and Management Service Delivery at CE&S. She is also the Global Technology Leader for the Azure integration. Prior to Microsoft, Mayurika was with Dell EMC, where she managed services, business operations, global COEs across their 3 centers of excellence, that is India, Utah, and Cork Island. Mayurika has 20+ years of multidisciplinary experience with prominent Fortune 100 companies like Coca-Cola, Oracle, Cisco Systems, and Dell EMC. She is passionate about people development and has led multiple talent programs. Mayurika is a math and physics honors and an MBA with a major in finance. She is an avid reader, a sports enthusiast with a green thumb, and defines herself as a seeker with a strong appetite for learning and unlearning. She lives in Bangalore with her husband and 2 boy children aged 17 and 10. Thank you, madam. Welcome to VIT-AP University.
Thank you so much. A very good day to Dr. Stanley Whittingham, Dr. G. Vishwanathan, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, Dr. Sandhya Pentareddy, Mr. Shankar Vishwanathan, Mr. G.V. Selvam, Ms. Kadambari Vishwanathan, Dr. S.V. Kota Reddy, Dr. C.L.V. Shivakumar, graduating class of 2021 and their proud parents. It's my honor today to deliver the commencement address for this incredible body on their first convocation. This event brings back a lot of memories. About 25 years ago, I remember sitting on the other side as I was graduating and being so optimistic of everything that was to come. Before I dive any deeper into anything, I want to take a minute to tell all the students out here, be very, very proud. Be very, very proud that you're graduating from a top class institution, and that's not an easy feat. I'm sure you all know, with a history of 32 years of innovation in educational and research domain, VIT has been a forerunner in delivering quality education. This institution of eminence has consistently ranked amongst the top educational institutes in the country. It has students from every state and union territory across India and many more from different countries. So it's a melting pot of cultures and diverse ideas in true sense. Only a very small percentage of the people on planet get what you have just gotten. So please give yourself a big, big round of applause. Dear students, you are also in the most exciting times of human history when it comes to technology. Over the next 10-15 years, a lot of stuff that happens today will change so dramatically that you will wonder, how was the world when you started out? So that's the most exciting part for you, and you are the lucky ones to be entering the club now. Secondly, you are a very, very talented lot. This generation, because you got exposed to technology so early, you are so comfortable with it. Beyond social media, you do your projects, and so much exciting work gets done at your age, which gets reflected in some of the hacks that I have seen personally and the startup ecosystem around us. It makes me feel very assured that India will lead through you all because you are at the cusp and you are so talented. Welcome to the new exciting world, and I'm so happy for you all, and I wish you really the best. As someone who has spent some time in the industry, it is my pleasure to share with you all some of my personal experiences that may help you navigate the future. I recall the day when, as a young graduate, I got my first job offer. I felt on top of the world. It was in the telecom industry, a sunrise space at that point in time with umpteen unexplored opportunities. It looked a really, really awesome job with a great paycheck then, and I was so excited when I reached my office. And then, my dear friends, I was shown my place, literally shown my place. Lo and behold, it was right next to a common printer where everyone was coming and picking up the paper every now and then. Contrary to perhaps my perception that I will be given a glass cabin, I was given a location which was so busy with very little space to focus on something that I was doing. The whole world shattered around me, and it was a big heartbreaking moment to the extent that I thought if I were at the right place. Luckily, I gave myself the whole day and slept over it through the night. By next morning, I said to myself that I'm going to give myself next 6 months here, and I will only focus on my work without thinking about the printer. The next 6 months, I slogged as much as I could, and things transformed for me in the organization. So now when our CEO Satya Nadella says, don't wait for your next job to do your best work, think about every job that you get as the most important job. I go back in time. What happened incidentally, and in hindsight, very, very trivial. I tell this to everyone out there who starts out, that in this euphoria that you are from one of the best institutions, that you are the topper of your class, you're getting these highly paid jobs, everything is so nice and euphoric for you. Be ready as you enter in your first workplace that there may be some setback waiting for you. It could be some work which is not very desirable, your boss, your location, and something as trivial as your workstation. Please recall my story then. That setback should only tell you that you will work hard for the things to change and not react to that setback. So don't sweat over small stuff. In the moments when you feel that your chips are down, keep swimming, and you'll be pleasantly surprised as to how things will change for you. Second thing that I would like to leave you with is, and something on lines of what Dr. Stanley mentioned, take chances. Take that leap of faith. Learn to work with blank canvases. When things are defined for you, it's great. But when they are not, it's even better. It's an opportunity for you to create your own story. I have stepped into many roles which were risky, undefined, and my journey through them taught me much more than years of experience could have. It actually resonates very, very strongly with Microsoft culture of growth mindset, which says fail fast, learn fast. There are no mistakes, there are only learnings. So embrace these opportunities wholeheartedly. The third thing that I would like to share, again based on my lived experiences, titles don't define leadership. It's such a big, big misconception. Everybody can be a leader. Everyone is capable of creating clarity, generating energy, and delivering success. Something again which I'm borrowing from the Microsoft leadership principles of creating clarity, generating energy, and delivering success, because it beautifully articulates what leadership is all about and how every single person in the organization can be a leader. This actually came to the fore when during the pandemic, hundreds of employees stood together, and I was a part of them, to mobilize help for fellow employees, their families, supporting each other, just rallying together. To me, resilience now holds a new meaning. Leadership holds now a very, very new meaning. So, my dear friends, everyone can be a leader. You don't have to wait for a title. The fourth thing that I would want to share is, in today's times of innovation, all of us have a role to play. What is innovation? Innovation means relentless pursuit of means to change the world. Innovation doesn't need for you to sit in an R&D lab. It can be everywhere, the way you develop a product, the way you sell, the way you help your customers make best use of the product through a superlative customer experience. One can be innovative in engaging with a customer, understanding their needs, making sure that they get the best experience in the consumption of the product. So, in your small little way, you can be an innovator. You can help solve that big problem without sitting in a very sophisticated R&D lab. All you need to do is to lean in, make it count, make a difference. So, my dear friends, if I have to just summarize the tips for success, of course, building your skills, learning the skills that are needed to succeed on the job are table stakes. We have to do it. But along with that, it's very, very important to demonstrate the growth mindset. There is learning in every experience. Each experience teaches us something. It's upon us as to what lesson that we have to carry. Our success teaches us something. It can be a humbling lesson for us to carry. A failure teaches us something. It could be a lesson for resilience for us to carry. Take others along. Make a difference to yourself, to your team, to your organization. You do the right things and the right results will follow. You are the millennial generation. And I say this in a very, very positive way. I'm extremely, extremely proud of this generation. That you are the lucky ones who will rewrite history. Like somebody has put it, that my parents lived to work. We worked to live. Your generation is the one which will work and live. So while you must certainly celebrate and cherish your wins and be very, very happy about them, keep grinding. Hard work will always command a premium. Fruits of hard work may not come immediately. In fact, again, borrowing something which Dr. Stanley mentioned about being patient. It may take some time, but work hard. There is no substitute for it. Absolutely no substitute for it. I look forward to seeing many of you doing great work. Some of you will become great business leaders, entrepreneurs, making your name in different fields. And I look forward to hearing about your successful lives. So, congratulations once again. I will conclude with my favorite quote from Dr. Sois. Kid, you'll move mountains. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. All the best and hope to see you in person in the next VIT-OPIA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for providing your valuable advice and vision to our graduates.
Dr. Jagdish, can you repeat? I think got froze.
Honorable Chancellor, I have the honor to request you, sir, to deliver the presidential address.
Good morning, good evening. Our chief guest of today for the first VIT-AP convocation, Dr. Stanley Whittingham, Professor of the Binghamton University of State University of New York. Our guest of honor, Mrs. Mayurika Singh, Director of the Microsoft India. Our Vice Presidents, Mr. Shankar Viswanathan, Dr. Sekhar Viswanathan, Mr. G.V. Selvam, the Vice Chancellor of VIT-AP, Dr. S.V. Kota Reddy, Registrar, Dr. Shivakumar, VIT Vellore Vice Chancellor, Dr. Rambabu Kodali, VIT Bhopal Vice Chancellor, Dr. Kamachi Mudali, Professor Srihari from Binghamton University, other deans, directors, professors, my dear graduates and parents. At the outset, let me congratulate all the students who are going to get their degrees today, B.Tech, M.Tech, BBA, PhD, etc. And also, I would like to thank initially Dr. Stanley Whittingham for participating from US, and giving his experience, which will be very good for our future of our students. And Mrs. Mayurika Singh, with a vast experience in industry. In fact, when she was mentioning about her graduation, I was thinking about my graduation, which happened 62 years ago.
Wow.
In the University of Madras, where Dr. A.L. Mudaliar, the famous Vice Chancellor, who was the only Vice Chancellor, I don't know whether there was anybody in the world, for 27 years. He headed the Madras University. He gave us the degree. Education is always very, very important for a society, especially for developing countries and underdeveloped countries. They say education is a great equalizer. It can help to tackle extreme income inequality and chronic poverty, ensure economic growth is more broadly shared by acting as a redistributive tool, and lead to more equitable national economies. So education gets very important. It's its own importance, especially in the developing countries. And of course, I spent long years in politics as a member of parliament, member of the assembly, member of the cabinet, etc. I feel that the steps we are taking is not enough to spread education in the country, because still our gross enrollment ratio is only 26-27%. And I would like to inform the graduates who are going to get the degrees today, they are joining a club of 9%. The Indian population, 1.39 billion, only 9% of them are graduates. Now, these students are joining that club. And it is high time that the governments, both Government of India and the state governments, spend more money on education so that the poor class and the middle class will get the benefit of education. At present, we are spending around 3% of the GDP on education. That's why in the international ranking of public expenditure on education, India's ranking is 144 out of 189 countries. There are small countries, of course, many of them are advanced, who spend more on education. For example, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, they lead the world. Of course, there are some more countries which are spending more than that, all like Cuba, which spends about 12% of the GDP on education. I find US and UK, they are in 44 and 66 somewhere, but they are already, they have very good education, because the Northern America and Western Europe, they are almost 100 years ahead of Africa and Asia, except a few countries, developed countries. So unless we take steps, it will be very difficult for us to catch up with them. And it is time that we are very serious. Of course, the parents are very serious nowadays. They spend enough money on their children. And that is why we take all steps after getting their degrees. Either they are placed in good companies or they go for higher education. I am so happy that VIT-AP is doing very well. And I'm so happy only yesterday, day before yesterday, they have been ranked number 2 among the upcoming emerging universities in India. I congratulate the Vice Chancellor, Registrar, all the deans, directors, professors, and students for achieving this. I hope they will further go up in the ranking. We have declared open, our Chief Guest has declared open 4 buildings today. I don't know how many of these students are aware of this, that the infrastructure is also very, very important for a university. Of course, the quality of education, diversity, these are all very, very necessary, but the importance of must be given to the physical infrastructure also. And we have 4 blocks open today: Mahatma Gandhi block, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy block, Savitribai Phule block, and Rock Plaza, which is meant for student activities. I want to mention that because this is located in Andhra Pradesh, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy was a very, very important leader of this area, Andhra Pradesh, undivided Andhra Pradesh. Even when it was a Madras state, he was a member of the assembly in 1946. Because I had close relationship with him, I wanted to mention it today, because when I was elected to parliament in 1967, Dr. Sanjeev Reddy, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy was my speaker. And I always remember 2 incidents. One day he called me to his chamber and said, "Tomorrow you are going to speak in Tamil." I said, "What is the reason?" He said, "We are creating history. That first time we are going to introduce translation into 4 southern languages plus Bengali, because so far there was only translation in English and Hindi. Now we are introducing 5 languages. He presided over the house. I was the first to speak in Tamil and inaugurate this translation program. I always remember it. The other thing I remember is on the day of emergency, he came to Vellore and he was in our house, because I can never forget that he was continuously, he was working hard. He was a legislator. He became Deputy Chief Minister in Andhra, then the first Chief Minister of United Andhra Pradesh, then he became a Central Minister, then he became a Speaker, and in 1977, he was the President of India. The Indian history is the only president who was not opposed. It was a unanimous election. It happened only once in India. That happened to be Neelam Sanjeev Reddy. That's why I want the students to remember the services rendered by him and the people, what they gave back to such leaders. Of course, Savitribai Phule, you must have heard that she was a social reformer, born in Maharashtra in an ordinary community, an ordinary family. She was the first teacher, woman teacher in the country. And of course, she was blamed, she was attacked. In fact, I saw in the history that when he used to go to the school, she used to carry extra saris, because by the time she reaches the school, something will be thrown on her, because they thought that getting education to girls is against the Shastras, against Manusmriti, etc. And people attacked her. The religious people attacked her, and in spite of it, she continued her journey. She established the first school in 1848, and she and her husband put together, they established 18 schools meant for girls, and especially they gave European education, which was not available in those days. And I always remember her, and you must also remember that, because unless the society, half of the society consists of women, unless they also get good education, a society or a country can never come up. There is a divide between the advanced countries and the developing countries. There is a divide between men and women in education. These divisions can be rectified only by government taking steps to improve their expenditure on education and to improve the infrastructure, have more colleges and universities, and only then we will be able to compete. Otherwise, we will remain like this with 8% or 9% graduates in the country. There is ample opportunity for you within the country and outside the country if you are going to work hard and prove to be very intelligent. Because I find our old students are there occupying various positions At least VIT students are there in 82 countries now, and more than 8,000 are in US, occupying very high positions. I find, in fact, our registrar was mentioning about the STAR scheme, the Vice Chancellor was mentioning about the STAR scheme, where we take students from villages studying in government schools. They also compete with those from cities and English medium schools, and they are also placed well. I'm happy that VIT-AP is doing very well. It is bound to grow, and it is bound to have more students. Now they have crossed 6,000 students. I hope one day it will be a very big university, comparable to the best universities of the world. And I would like to thank our chief guest for taking time and speaking to our graduates, and also Mayurika Singh, where with all her busy activities, she had enough time with our graduates, advising them how to proceed in the future life. The graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of VIT Andhra Pradesh University, I admit you to the several degrees, both in person and in absentia, in the various disciplines for which you have been declared qualified by the university, and in token thereof, you have been presented with degrees.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Professor CLV Sivakumar, the registrar, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Once again, good morning to USA and good evening to India. At the outset, it gives me an immense pleasure to be part of our VIT family. Now, on behalf of the university administration, I sincerely express our thanks to the Nobel laureate, Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham, Binghamton University, USA, for blessing all of us with his kind consent to be the chief guest for the Convocation 2021 and for his inspiring convocation speech addressing the graduates. Sir, we are all paying pranams to you. Namaste. Thank you very much for your valuable presence.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We express our heartfelt thanks to Ms. Mayurika Singh, the Director, Customer Experience and Success, Microsoft India, for her kind consent to be with us today as guest of honor. Madam, I am sure that our graduates will certainly be benefited with your insightful address. Thank you very much, madam, for your address. We are ever thankful to Dr. K. Srihari, Dean, Binghamton University, USA, who is a very close friend of our VIT family, for all his effort in guidance and at all our academic and research endeavors, especially as he is the instrumental in getting us the Nobel laureate, Dr. Stan, as the chief guest. Thank you, sir, for your kind support and help. We are also thankful to Dr. Liz, Assistant Dean, Binghamton University, for her kind of cooperation and time-to-time coordination with the Office of the Nobel laureate. We are equally thankful to Mr. Ashish Tanwar for Microsoft India for his timely support in getting the Madam Director, Microsoft India, as guest of honor. Thank you, Ashish. Our respectful thanks to our beloved Chancellor, sir, Dr. G. Vishwanathan, sir, for his valuable presence and presiding the convocation address with your blessings. Sir, on this august occasion, we are all assuring you, sir, our students will definitely be there in the country, serving the nation at large. Thank you, sir. Sir, our heartfelt thanks to our Vice President, Dr. Shekhar Viswanathan, sir, and the Executive Director, Dr. Sandhya Pintareddy, madam, for their continuous guidance and support at all our endeavors in the success of our university. Sir and madam, we are all thankful to you ever and ever. We sincerely thank our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.V. Kottareddy, sir, for presenting his welcome address on this jubilant occasion. Our sincere thanks also there always to our other vice presidents, Sri Shankar Viswanathan sir and Sri Selvam sir, Madam Assistant Vice President Kadambari Viswanathan Madam for their constant support to our campus at all times and their support. Thank you, sirs, for your valuable presence. We extend our heartfelt and respectful thanks to the members of the governing body, Board of Management, Academic Council, Board of Studies, Finance Committee, Planning and Monitoring Board, the members of the Research Advisory Committee, Board of Advisors of VIT-AP School of Law, and the Board of Advisors of the VIT-AP School of Business for their valuable presence on this occasion. We take this opportunity to sincerely thank the Vice Chancellors and Registrars of our VIT other campuses, Vellore, VIT Vellore, VIT Chennai, and VIT Bhopal. Thank you, sirs and madams, for your valuable presence. We place on record a special thanks to the deans, directors, HODs, faculties, staff members, and proud students of our VIT University for making this Convocation 2021 a grand success. On this occasion, I would like to specially thank students of Bioscope Club, CSA chapter, under Mr. Akash and team, Mr. Naveen and team, VIT-AP, for their tireless efforts and support in preparing Convocation 2021 videos. Dear students, thank you all. Our respectful thanks to the members of the present media for their abundant support in widely covering the events of our VIT-AP at all times. Last but not the least, our sincere thanks to the Examination Department, Estate Department, CTS, PR Department, Purchase Department, Finance Department, Student Welfare Department for their great support in making the Convocation 2021 a grand success. Above all, we respectfully thank the parents, guardians, rank holders on this very jubilant and happy occasion. I wish all the graduates and rank holders all the best. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. So may we proceed with the award of the degrees?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I now invite Professor Ravindra Dooley, Dean Academic Research, to declare the degrees of doctoral candidates.
Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you Mr. Ajit Jubilson E. and Mr. S. Kartikeyan for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, who have been duly certified by the university after examination and have qualified to receive the said degree.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Professor S.V. Sudha, Dean, School of Computer Science and Engineering, to declare the top rank holders and graduates list.
Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you the top rank holders of School of Computer Science and Engineering. B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering, Gold Medalist, Mr. Aditya Jain. The other rank holders are as follows. B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in data analytics, Gold Medalist, Ms. K. Samina Tasneem. The other rank holders are as follows. B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in networking and security, Gold Medalist, Mr. Priyam Chaho. The other rank holders are as follows. Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you Mr. Aditya Jain and 128 others for the award of B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering. Ms. K. Samina Tasneem and 71 others for the award of B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in data analytics. Mr. Priyam Chaho and 36 others for the award of B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in networking and security. All these candidates have been duly certified by the university after examination and have qualified to receive the said degrees. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Professor Umakant Nanda, Dean School of Electronics Engineering, to declare the top rank holders and graduates list.
Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you the top rank holders of School of Electronics Engineering. MTech VLSI Design Gold Medalist Ms. Umadishetty Gautami. VTech Electronics and Communication Engineering Gold Medalist Ms. Asita Satpathy. The other rank holders are as follows. VTech Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in embedded systems Gold Medalist Ms. Meda Meghna. The other rank holders are as follows. VTech Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in VLSI Gold Medalist Mr. K. Rajesh Sai. The other rank holders are as follows. Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you Ms. Umadishetty Gautami and 5 others for the award of MTech VLSI Design, Ms. Asita Satpathy and 37 others for the award of BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, Ms. Meda Meghna and 62 others for the award of BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in embedded systems, Mr. K. Rajesh Sai and 18 others for the award of BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in VLSI. All these candidates have been duly certified by the university after examination and have qualified to receive the said degrees.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Professor P.S. Ramashrikant, Dean School of Mechanical Engineering, to declare the top rank holders and graduates list.
Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you the top rank holders of the School of Mechanical Engineering. BTech Mechanical Engineering Gold Medalist, Mr. S. Surya Kumar. The other ranks are as follows. Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you Mr. S. Surya Kumar and 66 others for the award of BTech Mechanical Engineering. All these candidates have been duly certified by the university after examination and are qualified to receive the said degrees.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Professor Raghavendra, Associate Dean, VIT-AP School of Business, to declare the top rank holders and graduates list.
Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you the top rank holders of VIT-AP School of Business. Bachelor of Business Administration, Gold Medalist, Miss S. Varnika. The other ranks are as follows. Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you Miss S. Varnika and 26 others for the award of Bachelor of Business Administration. All these candidates have been duly certified by the university after examination and have qualified to receive the said degrees.
We thank all the deans and congratulate the graduates for this great achievement. The gold medalists are happy to share their impressions and experiences at VIT-AP with all of us on this momentous occasion.
Hello everyone, I'm Samina Tasneem and I'm so glad that I'm getting the gold medal this year. So the one thing that has helped me the most in my career, at least till this point, is the mentor-mentee program. And it's always nice to know that, there is somebody who's always going to give you the right career advice. I would also like to thank all my faculties for always being so encouraging and supportive.
Hi, I am Aditya Jain. I am happy that I won the gold medal. I would like to thank VIT-AP for providing the environment to develop myself and providing great opportunities to kickstart my career. Lastly, I would like to thank all the faculty members for the knowledge that they have shared with us. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Surya Kumar from School of Mechanical Engineering, VIT-AP. I feel extremely delighted to be awarded the gold medal since I feel rewarded for my hard work and dedication. There are many, but I would say the best aspect I liked about VIT-AP were my colorful hostel days with my friends, in which we laughed, played, and did engineering clinics projects together, which was again another great hands-on experience. These have certainly helped me grow in my career and as a person. And I would like to thank my professors, family, and friends for their continuous support. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Meghna, final year student from EC Embedded Systems. First of all, I would like to thank the university for giving me an opportunity to express my gratitude on a special occasion like this. I would like to thank my professors, my parents, my mentor, and all my fellow mates for standing with me throughout this journey. VIT-AP has played a vital role in shaping my career. The resources and the facilities over here helped me a lot in realizing my potential and utilizing them to achieve my goals. I'm proud to say that I've made the right decision 4 years ago. Thank you.
A very warm good evening. I would like to thank all my friends and my faculty members who have been directly involved or indirectly involved in my success. Within these years, I have seen the university grow in terms of infrastructure and facilities, and I believe this has taught me the greatest lesson of my life, that is, to overcome and adapt every adversity in the life. Thank you. Signing off, Priyam Sahu, 17 BCN 7020.
Hey everyone, I'm Rajesh Kurupudi. I'm really happy on receiving this gold medal. Well, VIT-AP has always provided me with the platform to excel at myself and the freedom along with the flexibility to do whatever the things that I come up with. And I'm really thankful, not only to the faculty and my department, but to every person who's been associated with the VIT-AP. I got a lot to learn from you. Thank you all. I would like to dedicate this award to my friends, my family, and both my grandfathers. Thank you so much.
Greetings to one and all. I'm Karnika Sagi from the first batch of BBA. Firstly, I would like to congratulate all my peers for this day. VIT has helped me hone my skills, and this gold medal is a testimony of it. I would like to convey my sincere thank you to all my professors and VSP for providing me opportunities to unleash my potential. The past 3 years at VIT have been a learning experience for me. All of these experiences have made me a more stronger and confident person today. Thank you.
We also have a tribute and a video depicting the memories shared by our graduates at VIT-AP that will be played now. With this, we come to the end of Convocation 2021 ceremony. We wish all our graduates a bright future ahead. Please stay in touch. We also thank all who joined us on this August occasion. Have a great evening. Thank you.